Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sears Center Arena as Strikeforce and CBS, in association with M1 Global, as sponsored by Rockstar Energy Drink, present the Saturday Night Fights main event of the evening. 3 5-minute rounds in a heavyweight special attraction. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and MMA fans joining us around the world, live from Chicago, it's showtime! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, undefeated in his campaign with a record of 10 wins and no losses. Tonight, looking to make his mark in MMA history, please welcome the top-ranked heavyweight, the undefeated big-time striker, Brett "The Grim" Rogers. And his opponent in the red corner, really needing no introduction to MMA fans across the globe. His record: 30 wins, 1 loss, 1 no contest. Please welcome the former Pride champion, widely recognized as an icon of Russian sports, and the greatest MMA fighter on the planet. Here is the WEMA heavyweight champion, the revered, the respected, the one and only Fedor Emelianenko. Our referee in charge now to give instructions, Big John McCarthy.
Step over here. Let's go. All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the back. I want you to protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Fight clean, fight hard, fight fair. If you want to touch gloves, touch them now. Step back to the corners. Let's go.
So here we go, folks. The main event, Fedor Emelianenko, a legend in his home country of Russia, taking on Brett Rogers. This is what he's been waiting for, dreaming about, dating back to when he was changing tires. Fedor, so revered that former Russian president and current Prime Minister Vladimir Putin has attended his fights. Here we go. Saturday Night Fights on CBS.
Let's get it on.
And we're underway.
Big time fight atmosphere in Chicago. The reaction that Fedor Emelianenko received was thunderous.
Emelianenko and Rogers showing respect. Rogers looking uncharacteristically jittery.
He's waiting to punch, and it might be a problem. He needs to punch first.
Wild left hand by Fedor.
That jab of Rogers landed, though.
Rogers stepping off now. Wants to keep this fight on his feet.
As long as Rogers punches straight, as long as Rogers punches first, he should meet Fedor at the end of his fist.
Fedor's not ready, bleeding.
Yeah.
That first jab that he threw, it hit him right in the eye, right in the nose area, cut it.
Look at those feints.
There is again Fedor.
Rogers scrambling to get up.
The Fedor formula.
And he does. Rogers showing that strength. A lot of blood coming out of the nose of Fedor Emelianenko early on.
A lot of fighters say they're in the best shape of their lives before a fight. When it comes to Brett Rogers, I truly believe it. He has never looked physically better.
And look how Fedor's nose is opened up with a jab.
He has tasted the power of Rogers early.
Let go of the fence. Let go of the fence. Get your fingers out of there.
Emelianenko has been cut in fights before and come back to win in spectacular fashion.
And guys, we talked about Rogers having to win this
Let go
fight
of the fence, bro. I'm not
ugly
gonna tell you
and
again.
dirty. He has to sap Emelianenko's strength. He's doing the right thing right now.
Doing it. He's laying on him in the cage. This is what we talked about. There's problems with the cage. Fedor's never been in it. He doesn't know what to do.
Wow, Fedor's nose. It may be cut as well.
It looks like it's broken.
And breathing will now become a problem for the last emperor.
Look at Fedor breathing out of his mouth.
And Brett's knocking his wheels out from underneath him. He's chopping the legs out.
Dirty boxing was worked on by
human chess. Fedor is the Kasparov of combat. And that jab by Rogers has a look in the beast.
Can Brett Rogers beat Bobby Fischer?
Fedor is relaxing here and riding out this position. He wants Rogers to push some energy into him so he can ride it out.
He's got the Kimura. Rogers in trouble. But he pushes right through it.
He's too strong.
Now, be careful. Fedor, very dangerous here. If he can trap an arm, move his hips. Fedor getting pounded.
He's getting hurt here.
Fedor tries. There's the arm.
There's an armbar attempt.
And he pushes out of it.
And that's how he defeated the likes of Mark Coleman on 2 occasions. Fedor, a heavyweight that moves like a middleweight. Just when you think he's in trouble.
Rogers is tired.
Rogers on his back. 1:17 to go. 3 5-minute rounds. Blood everywhere. Coming out of the nose and mouth of the great Fedor Emelianenko. Brett Rogers, if he can survive this first round, it would be a confidence builder trying to set him up for the choke down.
Side choke position, but Rogers is so strong. He may have lost his explosive movement right here, but he is still a giant.
Going for the arm triangle there for a moment.
42 seconds remaining in the first. Both fighters taking a breather now as Rogers pulls him into his full guard.
And the blood that you see is the blood of Fedor Emelianenko, an athlete for the ages.
Fedor posted. Look at Brett Rogers training his jiu-jitsu.
That's it.
Kicking at the knee to keep some distance. Edging backwards to the gate. Wild right hand misses by Emelianenko.
Rogers barely blocked that with his forearm.
Brett Rogers is going to get out of the first round. He did some positive things, and it may make the great Fedor think about it. Mixed martial arts on CBS Primetime.
Hey, a couple. Okay. Here's how he got it started, how it all went down. A straight jab beats a looping punch. It crushed the nose of Fedor, and blood started coming out immediately. He was in range and ready to strike. Fedor had a big answer. That was that overhand right and left hook combo. How? Big shots coming here from Rogers. He sees it. He smells it. I've never seen Fedor hit like this.
We've got to fight, folks. Brett Rogers learned something about himself in that first round, and Fedor learned about Rogers. Round 2.
Brett Rogers, the first fighter to go into the second round against Fedor since October of 2006. That night, the aforementioned Mark Coleman was armbarred early in round 2.
Rogers relaxed, steps back. Wild left hook by Emelianenko. Emelianenko, the aggressor since the beginning.
Brett's working that jab and working that range very well.
The chance of Fedor now being drowned out by the chance of USA.
Fedor came in with punches and went right to the hips for the takedown. Rogers is so strong, he just bumped him right off.
In between rounds, Dr. Bruce Hurst told us he believed Fedor's nose is broken. Now Emelianenko, wild punches all being blocked by Rogers.
Rogers is blocking him.
Rogers attacking now. Gets the underhooks on the cage.
Don't hold the fence,
With each and every scintillating second, Rogers continues to earn the respect of the man many believe is the greatest mixed martial artist ever.
6-1 odds favoring Fedor Emelianenko. And Brett Rogers told us even when he was changing tires, he knew that one day he'd get the chance to expose the world to his talents. He knew he'd get the chance to change the fortunes of his family forever. For this 28-year-old former project kid from the Cabrini Green. Emelianenko hit him with a right hand and it's over.
From the Emperor.
And that stand-up was all about range and timing. And we said that Rogers had to punch first. He had to punch.